dark-skinned shorty at a startup with them white folks. Thought it was a drought, now they gave the show to Michael. No, we moved the word count, no, we got the God flow. This ain't what you heard about, this that good convo. Good convo, good convo, good convo. This that good convo.
Recorded and direct from Minneapolis, Minnesota. Yet again, it's me, Michael Penn II, aka Crash Press, aka the rapper with a podcast. I just gave myself that. I'm working on it. We right back at Full Proof right now. We around Marcy Homes and all that. Good convo, episode number 3. We have the incomparable, the drip lord, Dua Saleh.
Wow.
In the building.
Quite the entrance. Thank you.
We're going to talk about the issues today.
Yes, we will.
How do you feel?
I feel wonderful. Thank you for allowing me to absorb all of your energy in this room.
It's a real tight-knit room up in here.
Yeah, no, but all the energy is being taken.
Siphoning all the energy.
Yeah, finesse. You know how I do.
Thank you. No cap. Thank you for bringing the vegetables through. You know what I'm saying? Because look.
No, you got to get energized. Fuel. All that.
Fuel. You know, like the accounting department know when I'm on business trip mode, I'm running it up.
Yeah, period.
You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
I went to Muddy Waters. I had a steak with the medium rare jump off, and it was more fries than steak, but I still crushed the jump.
I feel it.
Different. I feel different. I'm on the Southwest flight in the front. I feel different.
I feel different.
Completely different.
Period.
Hell yeah. I would also like to thank Jeyca for engineering us again today. She back in the building with us as well. Full Proof has been so nice, so generous. Shout out to Amileah for finding the studio as well. Our executive producer, Amileah Sutliff, in the cut right now. Shout out to Peaches while I'm at it. Peaches, her dog, King. I'll show you the Instagram.
Wow, I have competition.
No.
That's crazy.
Do it. I thought like last time we talked at South by Southwest, where like the outlets by the pool weren't working because it was so beautiful outside, y'all, and we just dead ass could have did it by the pool, but all them shits was plastic. Mm-hmm. Couldn't even plug nothing in. And there was a woman that was housekeeping, and just kept glancing. The vacuum cleaner was gone. But that conversation was one of the best conversations I've had this year by far, I must say.
Hey.
And
likewise.
I wish we could have just dropped that jump. You know what I'm saying? Like, but just as such an insightful and fantastic artist, I'm happy to even share space with you again.
Appreciate it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this is some shit that I cherish. No bullshit.
Damn. Yeah, I'm cherishing you, man. Beloved community. All that, man.
We on Good Convo, you know what I'm saying? We not like all these other podcasts. We just talking our shit. We kicking it, having fun. So, look, I want to start it here, though, because the top of around, I think it was right at the top of September, you had shared a status about boundaries and certain things you're not going to accept anymore, which people misgendering you, people maneuvering around you in space in a weird way, like cis dudes touching you in ways you don't want to be touched.
Yeah.
What moved you to share that publicly, and how have you managed to navigate around others since then?
I'm not quite sure. I was just woke up. I was like, man, if I have to hug one more cis guy, bro, out of like politeness. I was thinking a lot about how passive I am just in general as a person. Like I allow a lot of things to occur. And I'm tired of that. I can't.
You can. Yes,
I can
you
swear?
can.
Oh,
yes, you
okay.
can. This is good combo.
All right, period. Okay, cool.
I swear on my intro. I got a whole theme song, all kind of shit. Let's talk whatever shit you want to talk.
True. Okay, cool. Yeah, no, I'm tired of that shit. That's just dead. Fuck no. No, I'm not trying to do that. And it was just like conditioning. I don't know. People are conditioned to, I don't know, perceive me in a particular way and project the ways that they perceive like people that they assume would be like women like onto me. So then I have to act in a particular way because you like are used to it this way and you don't like change, and it's uncomfortable for you to dap me up because I'm like, I don't know. I haven't made it into this private sector of cishet masculinity.
The literal boys club.
Yeah, boys club. And then obviously I've been tired of being misgendered. You know what I mean? It's not like
right.
Yeah. Well, I'm more. I'm less passive on that. Like I will immediately check somebody, but it's just constant stream of that happening. And so I thought, okay, let's just try to make it easier. Let's have one consistent message that I put across, social media where people understand like my boundaries in terms of how they gender me or refer to me, using the pronouns they, them, and theirs, and he, him, and his as well. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. I'm just kind of like, I was just like over it. But I'm always over it. I was over it when I woke up today. I was like, so.
Just default over it.
Yeah, default over it. Because, my spirit has been chipped away.
Not chipped away?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is, bro. Wood chipper shit. It's not even
like chiseling like with one stone.
No, they just threw that shit in there. You know what I mean?
It's not the wood chipper.
Yeah, bro. Every day. Every day. Every day.
Every day. It's every day.
Yeah.
No. Wait, no. Oh, God. That a Logan Paul joke. Fuck no. Never again. Not on my podcast.
Not on my podcast.
Wow, that shit reverberated way louder than I thought it would.
It's okay. That's the 808 boom.
Damn. 808 Jeyca.
Jeyca, yeah.
Yeah. So it's something that I even noticed just as I watched your trajectory grow too. It's like even folks that are super supportive of you online, like they just don't know that shit yet. So then they just, it's misgendering you even when they're trying to support you and shit like that. Since you published that message and, let's even step back a bit. Like when you're out at shows, when folks come up to you, like how do you navigate that sort of fan interaction too?
I don't know. Sometimes it's like cool to like, I don't know, meet with people and learn that my music is, I don't know, either impacted them or like they listen to it while they're, I don't know, vacuuming or something. It like means something to me. Like it's cool to hear. But yeah, it's having people feel access to your body at all times and feel the need to like embrace you because of the way that they like physically embrace you because of the way that your music has either impacted their mood throughout the day or has impacted them in a different way. It's like a weird place to navigate because like I want to be respectful and understanding of how music can shape like a mood or an idea or inspire someone to do a particular like one thing or the other. I don't know, but it's also like hard like being commodified by the same people who claim to understand your so or like your identity, but also just like who you are, and thinking that there's like a need to impose upon physical boundaries. I don't know.
I'm glad you brought up the commodification point because it seems like there's such a disconnect. Because I think like folks, if we're talking about the same people, who like population wise, like who do you see at your shows a lot? Like I don't know what your audiences look like all the time, but is it variance? Is it like overwhelmingly white or like black? I
feel like you can't really escape the overwhelmingly white crowd that's in Minnesota, just in general. So I think like half of my crowd is white, but I'm actually more so surprised at the number of like of black and like brown and indigenous, et cetera. Like everybody, I don't know, population of people of color who show up and show out at the events. It's like very surprising just because of the disproportionate rate to which we exist in Minnesota. So like seeing like that my crowd is more reflective of like a higher population or a higher concentration of people of color listening to my music makes me feel really happy and it's fulfilling. So generally it's that, I don't know, it's a lot of queer people, trans and queer people, whether it's like people that I know from community or other people like coming up to me that I don't know who share similar identities, or that them being gender nonconforming, or people coming up who are like refugees, or people who like grew up in low income neighborhoods, et cetera, like people come up to me and talk about, and it's always nice, to be honest. Yeah. Because
of how disproportionate it is, it's like that means if you see the community out there, that means the community is really going up for you and making an effort to do that. Yeah. That's fantastic.
It's all love. I really do appreciate it.
Have you been back around Rondo since your music started popping a bit more? Like, do people recognize you around? I mean, you were already popping, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got poems out. I was joking about how, like, I thought you went to McAllister and you dead ass didn't.
No, I didn't. I feel like because of the organizing and poetry stuff, I think more people know about that stuff than my music stuff in St. Paul. Mm-hmm. Like, whenever someone from St. Paul comes up to me, it's usually about poetry, which is kind of surprising. But I don't know. I'm always there because family. So, and I'm always, like, literally in the neighborhoods. Like,
you outside anyway.
Yeah, so it doesn't really... Or inside my mom's house.
Yeah, facts, yeah. Like just colloquially, generally outside, but you be in the crib as well.
Yeah. Mainly just to help with like my siblings and cleaning, helping with that too.
Holding it down.
Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah. So, as someone who's graduated into this status in the Twin Cities, like in music, as someone who a lot of people perceived to be on the verge to blow, like you might be one single, one project away from popping. It's like, how have you moved through that as well? Like being like in this position where you could pop to whichever level, but it's like it's almost coming and people are looking at you like anticipating something. Like, how has that impacted you? Has that impacted your process at all, or do you just shut that out?
I feel like it is nerve-wracking because people are always aware of where you're at. I don't know, because people have eyes on you, or like they're aware of your presence in some way. So I just get nervous because people have like high expectations for me, and I didn't really start out doing music with any like specific intention, or like I wasn't trying to like blow up necessarily. So I don't know. It's kind of nerve-wracking, but it's a lot of people are very encouraging, so it's helpful to have people say just continue on with your process and what you're trying to do. But I have noticed myself being like trying to acclimate a little bit more to the appeal, just based off like producers that I've like been working with more so. It's more like stuff that's kind of like quote unquote bangers, as opposed to some of the more, I guess, queer in essence, kind of like peculiar. You know what I mean?
Yeah, those words. Yeah, queer, peculiar. I would hesitate to say experimental. Like, you know, all those tags that come with that.
Yeah. I mean, I'm always kind of trying to teeter on the edge of experimental just because I get bored with music personally. So there's always that. But I don't know. Man, these questions, man.
We talk about chill shit too.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just trying to mess with you. No, you're doing good.
I'm glad.
No, you're just making me think, and I'm like, I don't know,
bro. What are some of the most surprising like landscapes or situations that you found yourself in since Noor has done so well? Like, who have you been in spaces and shared camaraderie with? Who are you working with now as you explore these new sounds? Tell me, like, since you popping more, tell me what it's like.
We definitely interact with people who are more or less like are like actually just celebrities. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of like interacting with those people and then feeling nervous if they hear, like if they say that they've heard your music and trying to cope with that.
Have you gotten the Drake DM?
No. I don't think he's there yet. I'm too
under. If you get the Drake DM, you gonna accept the Aubrey DM?
I don't know if two Scorpios can be on a song together. I'm just kidding.
Ooh.
It's just the battle of the egos at that point. Like,
true sickos.
Yeah. No, I don't know. Yeah, sure. Yeah, Drake. My shorty would be very happy to hear that. So.
Hell yeah. Like, if you happen to be on Instagram and you come across Do His Work, slide through,
bro.
Hell yeah. Just Noor is still atop like my list, and you've done in 5 songs in 21-ish minutes what so many folks I think have tried so hard to do over full lengths and can't accomplish. Like, you really created your own world of that shit, and people are taking to it. So I gotta ask you, The remix. You gotta tell me what's popping with this remix project. You have some of the craziest producers out here. Like, what are some of the most fun sessions that you've had? Like, how did you pick who was gonna take these stems and break your shit down and build it back up into something new? Like, take me into what made you make that decision to do remixes.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know. Like, I haven't, in terms of the remix projects, I had my hands in it, but it wasn't like me primarily. It was Braden, brainstorming like different people who have sounds that kind of mirror the crowds that gravitate towards me more so. So like people like Graves. Obviously, Graves is amazing. But I think it's like just like people that had kind of like followed me or like had heard of my music prior, and then he was like, "Hey, can we connect in this way?" Or people that he'd worked with in the past, like Shigeto,
yeah,
and Comtrues and other people. But I think my main the main people that I really, really, really pushed to have on the project was Boo Boo, Camilla, and Ness Knight being on the Kickflip project or Kickflip remix. I had to make sure that there were, like trans and gender nonconforming people like involved in the process, especially like people of color.
You had to make sure gang was in the building.
Yeah, period. And also just like I just love their music, so like all of them have amazing sounds that are unique, and they're all gonna blow, and no one's gonna be surprised because they're just talented, and like their fashion game is on 10, and they're like, you know what I mean?
Don't make me stop you.
Literally.
Because we was just talking before we turned the tape on about how Dua's fits are fucking ridiculous. And this nigga be thrifting.
Yeah, you know what I be on, bro. It's okay.
The string.
I'm trying to get on your color theory. I see you.
And I've grown so much. I had to pull the Carhartt out because I'm like, yo, it's dead ass 45.
Yeah, it's too cold, bro.
It is October 3rd. Niggas need to chill out.
Yeah, I had to pull out my 11s. I was literally freezing. Fuck.
The 11's like, let me see them, John.
They're they're probably my coziest shoes next to these like purple.
Black on black Jones.
No, I do.
This is regular drip. Yeah. Like in the drip on a spectrum, drip across the whole, like you can do whatever.
Yeah.
It does not matter.
No, I think my natural drip is just Rondo kind of.
Rondo
drip, literally.
Describe the Rondo drip to folks who are on the
probably the fit I'm wearing right now. It's FUBU.
Jersey. It's like an orangish with a bit of like a really foresty dark green on a black.
Yeah.
Black tee underneath.
Yeah.
And black Jordan 11s.
Black on black on black. You know what I mean? Like they love coordination. They love J's. They love leather.
They do like the rips and jeans and shit like that too?
I think some of them. I think it depends. Also, it depends on which part of Rondo. Because like Midway is different than like what's closer to like East Side kind of. I don't know if people even consider it East Side. Like if you're teetering on that, it's not really Rondo anymore. But
we talked about that like way back when too. Yeah. How gentrification's eating everything up.
Yeah. I don't even know what to say to that.
Yeah, it's like ellipses. Yeah,
literally.
Period. Yeah, literally, period at the end. Like that's just like you say the word, niggas like yeah. I just moved to Chicago.
Hey.
I just moved to Logan Square, like just a stereotypical. I'm not balling. I can on the company card. I can eat. I'm not balling.
It's okay. You can still eat.
I can eat though. I'm eating
off a company card, bro.
Off a company card, and the rent is paid for it, so I can do it. They ain't kick me out yet.
No, they're not going to.
Give it a year.
No, dog. It's not gonna happen.
By the time the Target pop up, like I think they're trying to build a Target by like one of those blue line stops. It's over with. That $550 gonna turn to $800 quick.
Real.
That was something I kind of had to reconcile with quickly. It's like, oh shit, as a nigga with a bachelor's degree who has some type of spending power, and I can live in Logan Square, and there's like a whole bunch of Puerto Ricans and Dominicans. I'm like, yo, like everybody told me like 10 years ago, like, you can't be around this motherfucker. Now it's just like hella white men with dogs. White people with dogs, period. Yeah. I'm like, fuck, I participate in this shit. I mean, I have to live somewhere, but it's a default thing.
Yeah. I mean, if you really think about it, all of us who like kind of maneuvered our way outside of the lower echelons of society, you know what I mean? We're kind of the gentry too, in a way. Even though, I don't know, it's kind of hard to admit it, but like we're contributing to it because we're not going to be affected by like the price change. I mean, we're gonna be affected by it eventually because we're still Black and
absolutely,
you know, targeted by the system, etc. But we still have like that cushion of, oh, I have maybe a little bit of savings, or like my job may be able to help me out. Or with me, it's like my label that I'm on right now. It's helping. Sucks. Yeah, so
it makes me realize just how drastic like class is, because it's just I came from like a pretty like I think like over the border of like an upper middle class background and shit, and then I just see like when people like split up or divorce or like those kids, if those families step out on their own like after college, they got a mountain of fucking debt and the jobs ain't busting and niggas with degrees work at Starbucks or Target, retail, etc. It's like you 2-3 paychecks away from being fucked up.
Yeah, that's true.
Like actually.
Yeah, especially after recent. Yeah.
Good combo.
Yeah, like, to hear.
This is way super positive, y'all. Like, but it's real. It's real. This is what we're talking about.
Yeah.
You gotta tell me about this strings and heartbeat shit. What are you up to?
Oh my God. So
City Pages told on you.
City Pages told on me, bro.
I looked up the bio. I'm like, it said is Afro-diasporic, using auditory sensations from 3 hemispheres.
Yeah, dude. The southern, the west, and the east. Not so much the north. That's like Antarctica and like Iceland, but you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm. What's up the FUBU sleeve? Like, what can you leak before the public gets this shit? And how did you get the grant? First off.
Well, I got the grant. I don't know. I applied for it random. Like somebody, like one of my friends emailed me because they work at the Cedar. And they're like, "Hey, you should apply for this." And I had actually been in it prior with Damien Strange's. I forgot what it was called, but it was like a short operetta. And it's a grant that provides, or the Cedars Commission's grant is a grant that provides artists with money to compose and conduct music of any sorts that's representative of their identities. And it's more so about like underrepresented communities. So we have a lot of different people who are involved. I'm working with a team of 2. One is Yancy Jameson, and they're a artist who's going to be playing the bassinet. Is that what it's called?
The bassoon?
Bassoon.
Is that 2 different things?
I think maybe I'm thinking of the clarinet. Bass.
Jeyca's like, Jeyca took a sip like, I don't know.
I should know. I'm like, I don't know what they're called.
I'm a head out.
Yes, I'm canceled. I don't know.
The music theory Twitter gonna pop out.
Yeah, we're gonna be like, about that. I'm gonna be like, I swear to God, I've never been to school.
We can't let the blacks have anything.
Literally. Listen, I have no degree in music. I know nothing about music. I'm
the instrument. You're the instrument.
I'm the instrument.
Period.
Yeah, but the other person is Jarrell Barton. And he plays the guzheng, which is like a Chinese instrument. So the fusion of the guzheng, which kind of reminds me of like the Sudanese oud, which is like a string instrument. It's like a guitar kind of. But they're, I think, more strings. And it's like they play it at a faster consistency than most like American or Western guitar players. I mean, not that a guitar can be, any tempo. I'm not trying to... But just regular, I don't know, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's like...
Don't want guitar Twitter to pop out either.
Yeah, I don't... They can be like, actually...
Like, well, if he played a guitar or an instrument at all, he would know.
I would just give up. Like, you're right. I'm sorry.
No cap. Like, yeah, I can see my point.
Yeah, I don't know shit about shit. But I'm trying to, because obviously the clarinet is an instrument that's used in American jazz. And Yancy is a Black American who is very, in tune with jazz music and also plays African drums as well. And the guzheng just reminds me of the oud. It's obviously, again, nostalgic of Sudani instruments. And then I'm gonna buy a drum pad to try to and use Sudani drum patterns or influences from Sudani drum patterns to go along with it. And there's gonna be poetry and music, but it's still in the works.
Do it for the homeland, y'all.
Yeah.
Like, no bullshit.
Yeah. I mean, you got to do it from yourself. Otherwise, it's kind of weird. I don't know, I'd feel weird if I wasn't trying to be like authentic to the music that I come from or the sounds that I grew up hearing. I would just kind of feel weird. I mean, not that I don't. I do a lot of trap and stuff. But I used to listen to trap when I was younger, so...
We was talking about Wayne and shit.
Yeah, literally, yeah.
We was talking about how niggas can make great trap songs without disrespecting literally anybody.
Yeah, but they choose not to.
Yeah, this is a deliberate choice.
Yeah.
When I had Simon here yesterday, I was talking about, like, I remember when Fine China came out and I saw his credit was on there. I texted him, I'm like, dog, this chorus, nigga, like, if she leave, I'm a killer. Wait, did I say that out loud? Like, how do you feel about that shit? And it just reminded me of our conversation. Just like, can niggas make slaps without shitting on people?
No, it's not marketable enough. To the masses, because there's I don't know, violence is just like ingrained in our psyches a lot. I've noticed that a lot of the lines that, okay, not that I gravitate towards, but I listen to like a lot of like death, murder, like rap. Same. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So a lot of like, it's a lot of misogyny, it's a lot of misogynoir, it's a lot of like hate and anger, and I think that's the anger in it is like what people are drawn to. Unfortunately, like it's like specific, like targeting, like I don't know, like femininity, femmephobia and all that. But I think people are just like drawn to the raw anger because that's how people generally feel, or that's what people don't get the opportunity to feel. So then it's like people are, you know what I mean?
They project their rage and just have this as a vehicle to aim it wherever, even if they're the ones that are catching some of the bullets too.
Yeah, they don't care about. Yeah, sorry, I'm also talking in circles.
No, I hear it. It's like any slap. It's like even in the middle of just cranking something that's really fucking cranks. I would just literally recite something hella fucking violent and then think like, that nigga, did you hear what this nigga said?
Yeah,
like,
I'd be catching myself like, ooh.
Yeah, did you hear what this nigga said?
Yeah, literally. But then we go back to the next
go
line,
right back to the
yeah,
like,
literally.
Oh God, for real.
Yeah, sometimes like I'll try to like I try to censor the parts that are too violent, or I just like won't listen to the song like if it gets to a certain point.
I saw some shit on Twitter. It's to the point where like I anticipate shit being so fucked up or so violent that I heard like, it's like, you know, niggas be going viral with like the little acapella freestyles and shit now. Like if you get the right Twitter or Instagram jumping off, niggas will pay more attention to you. And I saw some dude, and I forget his name, but I went on his like Twitter and looked at his Penn tweet because the acapella was hard. It's about, you know, catching bodies and killing niggas, but nice melody.
Nice melody.
I always tell niggas, you say the most despicable shit in the cutest way, you out of here. But no cap. But I went to the Penn tweet and it was like a video clip, and one of the lines was like something like my cousin, I still fuck with my cousin, like my cousin is gay but I still rock with him since he came out the closet. I'm like, that's such a refreshing line, nigga.
We'd love
like,
to hear it.
It's baseline as fuck. It's so baseline.
Well, I need that.
Yeah, but nigga, like in the middle of this trap song, this nigga said, my cousin is gay. I fuck with you though. Like
I fuck with it, bro.
Yeah,
that's authentic as fuck. I fuck with that shit.
That's rare.
I know.
Shouldn't be.
I know that we're both like, yo, that's crazy.
This nigga did the most revolutionary Afro optimist. Like,
yeah, literally.
He gonna throw every fucking
me theorizing life and
no cap. So yo, so I hear, speaking of mainstream work, I hear that you may or may not have a drop with Simon coming, and it may or may not be somewhere in that mainstream, air quote, accessible, air quote, lane. But knowing you gonna freak that shit, make that shit weird, and bring it back to the homeland, and have niggas turn it up, and not be violent. Give us something. What's the insight? What you working on? What y'all got?
So, not supposed to say much, but me and Simon are cooking something. Maybe curry. Don't know.
What flavor? Coconut?
Yeah. It's gotta be.
Shrimp, chicken, vegan?
Shrimp. I wish. Nah, I'm a pescatarian though, so I gotta be shrimp.
What kind of rice? Which vegetables in this stir fry?
Yellow rice.
Better choice.
Got all types of vegetables, but primarily the ones that give you nutrients. Broccoli, asparagus. I don't know if you could put asparagus in curry. Can you?
That would be, you could innovate.
Yeah.
Fuck these niggas up.
Fuck these niggas. Yeah, literally. Yeah. But outside of that, I have 2 songs with a group called FNZ. They are, I actually don't know. Yeah, the FNZ. They've worked with people. Like they currently work with Denzel Curry, and they've worked with A$AP Rocky in the past.
FNZ, you said?
FNZ.
That shit sounds familiar.
Yeah, they're responsible for a lot of like poppin' music. But I've made 2 songs with them. One is called Chiropractical. I don't know. I just made up a word.
All the niggas with back pain.
Literally.
Oh fuck! Bad posture gang.
Yeah, we in here. And then the other one, oh my god, it's called Pretty Kitten. But these are like the most pop, kind of, not pop, but like, you know, bangers, like trap. Yeah, it's more trap leaning actually but like popular trap, if that makes sense. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So we gonna, like, if I took these 2 Dua records down to like Atlanta and we go into Flame or Magic City or something, it's gonna make something shake.
Well, especially the Chiropractical one. Yeah, it's my shorty listened to it, and she listens to like a wide range of music.
Mm-hmm.
One of her favorite music like genres is like, well, obviously like just regular trap, like Atlanta trap, but she's very particular. So she also listens to a lot of bounce music or a lot of like Jersey, like just alternative.
So she from the South or she from here?
No, she's from here, like, but she went to school in the South. So,
yeah.
So she definitely has that New Orleans influence. And so she's very picky about twerking music. If she doesn't like it, she won't.
Not gonna bounce.
Yeah, she's not gonna bounce to it. But
so when Chiropractical came on,
she was actually there during the session. We were like, but we were all in LA, and she came through, and she's like, okay, maybe I can bop to this a little bit, you know. I was like, all right.
Yo, I love when someone's in the studio that like don't normally see people work and shit, because I just like, if I don't know, when I'm in the studio sometimes I feel like niggas who don't know me just underestimate me off rip because I look like this. But then I'm on so like you're on a certain beat or some shit come on, you hit a flow that goes crazy, you hit a cadence or a pocket where niggas just like they hit you with the I'm gonna give you some, but it's like okay, like but the sideways look like you might have I'm not gonna give you all the credit, but you
I hate they gotta give you your credit, bro.
God damn it.
Yeah. So niggas just don't know anything, bro. Don't know the talent when they see it.
Niggas be hating them. Make ourselves so easy to. I just listened to Somebody to Love. It was That Should Be Me by Justin Bieber the other day.
Is that a new song?
That's an old jump.
Oh,
that had Rascal Flats on it.
Ooh. Oh, I think I remember. I don't remember the melody.
That should be me, on in your head.
I don't think I know the song. I wish I did though.
I'm a snitch on my sister. She definitely had like the Justin Bieber pajamas back in the G.
Ooh.
And she was really into Chris Brown, you know, before and Maryland, you know what I'm saying?
I feel it.
But that shit was busting. Much different context, but that nigga Bieber has slaps.
He does. Yeah. Good melodies, R&B stuff, you know, co-option. We love to hear it.
Mm-hmm. Growth, you know what I'm saying? Celebrity culture, you know, terrible experience. This is what we do on Good Convo. We going wherever the tangent take us and shit.
True.
Back to the other point about like you coming in like that trap lane and shit like that now. How much do you consider space and venue in your process? Like, do you create from the mindset of, I want to make a song that would go in this room or with this people? Like, does that ever impact your process?
Yeah. Sometimes I'm just like, I don't know. Sometimes I'm in a mood to hear like a particular type of, and it's not always like this, but sometimes like I'll come in with like a verse already like a full song kind of written already, and then the song will come out of just like that me like singing or rapping to a cappella. And that's what happened with 2 of the songs that I worked with Simon and Sir Dylan with on the new project, or quote unquote project.
Yeah, the thing that may or may not exist.
May or may not.
Did y'all sessions and the way y'all work change any drastic way with these new batches?
Well, I think it's just like a different energy in the room whenever anybody different is involved. So having Sir Dylan there and also having Velvet Negroni on one of the songs, it like changed the energy of the room. So like we're all kind of like charged up on each other's energy. You know what I mean?
It's
like,
a beautiful thing.
It was tight as hell. But yeah, when it's just like me and Simon, it's like, it's cool. It's like a whole different type of electric shock. It's like cool. Like we love to
Convulse.
just vibe out. Yeah, dude. It's like chill energy. Well, I guess not chill because like we're making bangers.
Mm-hmm. But there's a calm that surges through that because y'all all tapped in together.
Yeah, one of the songs that we made was punk.
Fuck yes.
Yeah, dude.
I need the headbang at the Dua show, G.
Yeah, dude.
Yes, I need that.
Yeah, Simon actually has like a background in punk.
Yeah, he had like a whole band. Was that junk called? He had like one EP, and Gunner was in the junk. You met Gunner before? That's one of his homies. He had like one band that had like a 4-track EP that's probably still on SoundCloud if I look that shit up right now.
Yeah, probably. It was good music though. I think he showed me a few songs. I was like, shit's fire. He was like, I know. I was like,
I know.
Yeah.
Simon said that.
He's really confident. Well, I mean, it's a good punk band. He knows punk. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You got to be confident about your shit. And it's like, it was really good. It was like, I think some of the songs were like shorter, but it was just like perfect.
Like amazing, just condensed like energy. Because punk's like, get in, say what the fuck you mean, and get the fuck out.
That's exactly what it was. That's exactly how it was. Very youthful. Like, yeah.
This nigga came in with like, like the black basketball shorts and the Ice Boy hoodie on. Like this nigga, he dressed hella punk. The whole time I've known him, he's dressed like that.
Very punk, yeah.
Hella punk. Yeah. So tell me, with these new joints that may or may not exist, are you going to be any closer to getting a couple bands on your wrist? Talking about new rich?
I'm not supposed to talk about any
wrist game.
Or any wrists or games or...
Get some new Timbs, stomp somebody out in them. You know what I'm saying?
I might be leaning towards something like that. Mm-hmm. Maybe not the stomping part, but
yeah, my bad. Yeah, we was just talking about violent shit. I'm just, I'm standing right now.
No,
that's
it's okay.
All.
I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm trying to get on that Migos tip though, but mainly I'm trying to ghostwrite. So
me the fuck too.
I feel it, bro. We gotta be on the same.
We gotta find this bag.
Yeah.
I just talked about that shit last night with the homie. It's like a secret society.
Yeah.
When you get the little tattoo and you can you write for Rihanna.
I'm dead like shit.
Young, go secure it, please.
Secure the bag.
Let me know what's up. Let me know if it's really like that fucking like
crazy.
Yeah.
Hectic. I'm not trying to do that though. I don't know. I'm really superstitious.
Oh yeah, no Illuminati wave. I just want you to ghostwrite something fucking amazing.
Yeah, no, I definitely want to do that. I'm trying to go to the UK though to ghostwrite.
You dropping silent gems,
bro. Don't worry about it.
Did you see you couldn't see their Birdman hand right just now, but it was the subtlest jump right underneath the table, like just the
I've been exposed.
Yeah, I get good checks on good combo. That's all we trying to secure right now. And freedom,
Yeah, that's that part.
No, my damn text tone did not just go off.
You popping, bro.
Like shit.
Yeah, literally.
I mean, like hell, not at all. Not today. Yo, so dig this. It's been a brick. Newark came out at the beginning of 2019. So now that you have a lot more space in it and you're in a new process, when's the last time you cranked it? Have your feelings changed on anything you expressed on that? Is it taking a new life in your life?
I feel like I really don't like listening to my music because I'll get bored on stage, and I don't like hearing that when you overplay a song and you get tired of it. I don't want to overplay my own music, so like I like experiencing it live with other people as opposed to like revisiting it. But I think I have one time tried going back to it, but I don't know. Maybe it's just because I'm stuck in my own head. I can't really, you know what I mean?
I feel it, yeah.
Yeah, go back to it. But it's still fire stuff, And I like performing it live.
I caught you at Soundset. I haven't seen, and I've been so pissed that I haven't been able to see that in a smaller room, in a smaller context. You know what I'm saying? Like not in a festival way, because there's a drastically different
Yeah, it's a different experience.
Setting.
Yeah, intimacy is very important while performing live.
What have you experienced live? Like where have you been and what have the receptions been?
I've been in a lot of different crowds as of lately. I think some of the crowds are very energetic, even more so energetic than Minnesota, which is kind of surprising. Detroit, like they love live music. They love dancing around. They love like moshing and other stuff.
Hell yeah.
So that was like one of my favorite shows. New York, I did a show with everyday people. And it was just like a full lineup of all like Sudani people. It was like Alsada and the New Boutons and Baz and Odyssey and
damn, they had
yeah.
the whole
everybody.
homeland in that motherfucker. What was that green room like?
It was chill. It was chill. It was like, I don't know, there were a lot of couches and lots of beverages.
Like typical green room shit. I mean, like,
Yeah.
was niggas talking about something like, yo, where are you from? Where's your people's from? Type shit.
I think people were just like trying to kick it. Like, we were just like, yeah, I mean, like, it was less about like, where are you from? Like, what music are you making? And more so like people telling stories of like wild nights or something, or talking about interesting things that they do, or I don't know. But it was cool. I like that crowd because it was like my first, like, it felt like fully like Sudani crowd, and you know what I mean? That was crazy. I was like,
that would
whoa.
be the room to see that shit.
Yeah. I was kind of nervous because a lot of my music is haram to a lot of people, you know what I mean?
Ah, yeah.
So it was kind of like I was nervous growing up, but all the love that I got afterwards was so affirming, and it just rejuvenated me after the performance, and even the response, like people were bopping around, like it was a good experience.
There's like a warmth beaming out of you right now, just like taking yourself back to that place.
Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, especially I got to meet one of my I don't know, favorite artists, Alsada and the New Boutons, like linking up with that band, and I don't know, she was just like, I've seen her live once, like when she came here, I think like the Ordway or something, some crazy shit, but it was, I don't know, it just was enlivening. I don't know.
It was love, yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't want you to tell on yourself. You know what I'm saying? Not that I put you in any position to telling yourself so far with anything. What's the wildest tour story you got? You got anything that's just super out of pocket?
Out of pocket? Well, nothing with me.
I don't want to implicate nobody else. Like,
nah. Just a lot of eager shorties.
My mouth is dry, but alas, it was applicable to the point. You bring your shorty with you?
Well, my shorty comes to some of the shows, but only a few. Like, she came to the New York joint. Yeah. But
I think you answered the question off top. I think you said, oh shit, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What's understood ain't got to be explained.
Yeah.
Especially on Good Convo.
Yeah.
Look, if you know, you know. You either get it or you don't.
Or you don't.
Get with it or get the fuck.
Period.
Period.
I need to stop saying period. It's like become a part of like, just like, it's just a natural stop for me.
It's such a natural style. It's such a like good, just like, what does SpongeBob and them say? Sentence enhancers. It's such a good sentence enhancer.
Yeah, exactly.
Yo, did you see the joint with Black China? I was like, cut the cameras. Dead ass.
Dead ass. Literally.
The fucking DMV jumped out her. Okay.
Yeah, you can see in her eyes. I was like, ooh.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
You see how like she like looked away awkwardly, like right as the clip cut, like the. Damn.
First off, Black people are so awkward. I love it so
No
much.
cap.
Literally every Black person, even if you think they're
Cool as shit.
Yeah, they're not. They're awkward. Everyone's just awkward, trying to figure out like their own like existence in the world. Like,
At least we wear our shit.
yeah, true.
You know what I'm saying? We wear our shit. We don't
True.
gotta play no too cool shit.
True. It's true. It's true.
And Black China's mother, like, yo, like, I'm about to get the fuck ASAP.
Yo.
I hear my mom when I hear that shit.
I was triggered watching that. I said,
No cap. That was just a long, like 8-9 minute trigger. This is not healthy parent-child relationship. We just talked about Black China on Good Convo.
yeah, true.
Fuck, this is so lit. What are you slapping right now? What's in your whip? What's in your trunk? I'm just so curious. Your taste is so fucking eclectic and all over the place. I just want to know.
I don't know why I keep repeating Amileah. I forgot what it was called. I don't know. It's a pink project.
Amileah?
Amileah, Amaarae. I think queer, based off aesthetic and some of the language or coding of the language. queer artist. And based off like coding in the video, it's not explicit, like it's not out there.
Mm-hmm.
But
if you know, you know.
Yeah. And then she makes like Afro soul. She's Ghana, like from Ghana, but she travels a lot to the UK and other places. Her voice is wow. It's just
that's that on that.
Yeah.
Period.
It sounds like kind of like if an alien just gave birth to like a sentient being that like was trying to lure someone in, kind of like through like soft like whispers.
Now we talking some kidnap shit.
Not kidnap.
Like alien, like lure someone in.
Not necessarily with the intention of doing anything.
Just
because I'm bored, I'm gonna lure you in. Ha! Okay, I'm about to go now.
Pull up. All right, we done.
Bet. Yeah, literally, it's over.
Oh shit! Well, this has been fantastic.
Hell yeah!
I love that these combos just feel like catching up with people.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
What are you listening to? I'm trying to steal your music, bro.
Oh hell yeah! Let me see what my
let me pull this up real quick.
Yeah, let me see what my Joe talking about, because I don't even, like the streaming services. I just be a little.
I feel it.
Yeah, yeah. See, look, we own the streaming services and shit. Yeah. I can't even. I gotta stuck in the underground if I don't bow to Spotify. I said that on record. What have I got right now? Do you know who Zed Kenzo is? Mm-mm. Everyone, like when I told people I was about to talk to Dua again, everybody was like, yo, send them my love. I love them so much. Like journalists, artists, like niggas I know I talk to like on a daily or weekly basis, like, yo, I love Dua. They're fucking great.
Oh, much love.
And
bro.
Zed is a huge fan of you, like Zed Kenzo. They're from Milwaukee.
Oh, Zed Kenzo. That is sorry, I thought you said Zach, bro. I said
no,
what?
Zed. That's my nigga.
Oh, yeah. Zed, yeah. I know about Zed, bro.
Gold.
Yeah, literally. I can still I think one of my favorite songs is Melancholic Shorty. Melancholic Shorty. Na, 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 na,
yeah. I go for Go Psycho personally.
Yeah, that's a good track. I just like that emo shit, and that song's peak emo. I'm like, yeah.
Can we just have one time for black emo just being like on some mainstream forefront shit?
Yeah, I'm here for it.
Niggas had to take the licks. I feel like I wasn't all the way emo because I feel like I've always been in between 3 or 4 little circles and shit. The Venn diagram big as fuck.
Yep.
But niggas was, what time it is.
Yep.
I mean, we all niggas love Paramore, but I went up for Fall Out Boy personally.
I feel it. I was My Chemical Romance.
I love the niggas too. Yeah. Their hooks. When's the last time you listened to My Chemical Romance?
Literally literally last week. I'm not even exaggerating. I was listening to that one song, Sleep. Wow.
That's a sad ass song.
Yeah.
The Ghost of You. What is it with them niggas and all them wartime ass videos? Why do they always have to have niggas storming Normandy and shit?
I don't know. I was into it. I feel like that was when my gender liberation began to rise.
Gerard Way.
A young boy. My father literally
took me into the city to see a marching band. Yeah, no cap. They older shit here too. All them niggas, I was going through like that and like Green Day shit too. And even though a lot of those albums I haven't heard in a long time, but just the writing and the pop writing and the hook writing is so fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
That I could even catch the melodies even if I can't put all the words in. Like, no, on the sun of raging love, Jesus, like instant. Still would start the pit. You see Green Day, Weezer, and motherfucking Fall Out Boy going